Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's now June 2024 and this is my update for this month. What's new this month? Well, I'm very close and hopefully by the time this video is published, I will be over 5,000 subscribers. And I know for many people or many YouTube channels that's nothing, they probably get that in a day. But for me, it's a huge accomplishment knowing that my videos aren't very good, quite boring, quite frankly. So I'm really appreciative of all the people that have viewed my channel, have subscribed to my channel, have been on this journey with me. So as promised, I will be opening the 1998 Chateau Petrus and also a short where I will announce my new wine, which I will open when I hit 7,500 subscribers. And by the pace I go, it's probably about a year and a half. So that's kind of a nice way for me to make sure that I wait for such wines. What's happening this month? I still have my video of Laurent Poison's Premier Bon red wine. I have a really interesting video where I compare and contrast 3 Chardonnays and talk a little bit about the Chardonnay grape. Of course, we've got the Chateau Petrus. But what I feel is that lately I've been doing a little bit more rounded videos, more balanced, and got away from what I'm known for, which is trophy wines. So I'm going to try and do a couple more trophy wines this month. I'm going to try to get to this wine, the 1983 Le Mission Haut-Brion, and also this wine, which is the 2005 Masseto. This month I try to talk a little bit about wine philosophy, and so this month I want to concentrate on 2 things. One is just the inflation of wine rating scores, and just to explain that, I'm sure everyone's fairly aware, but it's important to go over. And 2, just go over how I actually choose my wines, what I review. So let's talk about wine score inflation. And you see that quite a bit. You see a lot of high scores, and you have to understand most rating systems or most wine rating people are media people, and they rate things to advertise. And so really it's not that attractive to rate things that are 80 points or 85. That doesn't really get them anywhere, and it's not good for neither the wine nor the wine rating person, because if he or she keeps rating things in the 80s, then no one really wants to use them and they're not going to get popular. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship between the wineries and the wine critics. And so I think wine scores are still important, wine ratings are still good as a reference point, particularly if you're beginners, but just pick your wine rating system. For instance, I pick Wine Spectator. I know that my kind of palette aligns with theirs pretty much. So most times, I would say 90% of the time, my rating and their rating is plus or minus 2 points. And then other people that I know, I won't mention, but sometimes I'll take off 5 points or 8 points off their score, and that will be kind of my score. So in general, you have to realize with a grain of salt that when you see 99-point ratings, 98-point ratings, that you really have to take into account who that is and how that ranks through the palette. And the easiest way to do that is just go and buy a wine that they've rated very highly, 98, 99, 100 points, and then score it yourself. And then you know kind of the difference in the scores that you would have. I'm not blaming people for wine rating inflation. I'm just saying it's that you have to understand why they do it. They have to do it because they are wine media and they are there to sell wines. And the second thing you have to realize is that they're only going to generally rate wines that are available for sale. So that's why I think there's room in the YouTube world for people like me who review a lot of wines that are not available readily in the market, but still that many people actually still have in their cellars and who'd like to know about. Since I started this channel 3 years ago, I'm really encouraged by the number of both people like me who are what we would call amateur wine enthusiasts and also professional wine media who now do more and more videos on what I would call trophy wines. And that's part of the reason I started this channel, because whenever I came to a wine like Masseto 2005, I could never find anyone who's actually tasted it. I got a lot of videos that talked about, the general knowledge about Masseto, which is useful, but I can get from any book or anything like that. But I really wanted people who tasted the vintage that I was doing. And I think it's really been encouraging over the last few years. I've seen more and more people start to look at older wines, have interest in old wines, and give really substantial ratings of them, really in-depth knowledge about them. So I think that's a really good trend, and to me that is a space in the YouTube world where kind of I can fill a void and a lot of other people can fill a void. I think on the value end and the recently released video wine, there's tons of reviews you can find, but there's not that many reviews of 98 Petrus or 83 Le Mission Haut-Brion. And so that to me is really specific, and I hope that that encourages people to not generalize. So but drinking one bottle of Chateau Petrus does not make you an expert in Chateau Petrus. And drinking one vintage of Chateau Petrus does not mean really very much about another vintage of Chateau Petrus. You really have to drink them year by year and really kind of take the time to taste them. So hopefully that's something that through my channel that I've encouraged people to kind of change their thinking in terms of it's not a sound bite, it's not 30 seconds. It is a living, breathing thing that evolves, that needs time, that needs attention, that needs focus. And I know that some people are frustrated with my videos because they're very long-winded and they always say, well, I've scrolled through it, don't see much knowledge. Yeah, this is not the type of channel where you can just scroll through and fast forward it and look at the key points. That's not how I kind of do my videos, and I kind of like it that way because it's different than other YouTubers, wine YouTubers, and that's, I think, really healthy. I think there should be a gambit of YouTubers from really amateur to really professional to really tech savvy and really slick in terms of their production to people like me who have like no slickness at all in the production. Just a little bit about how I choose my wines. It's really simple. I basically just think when I look at my cellar, this is really what I drink. I don't plan anything. I have friends over, that's what we drink. We have a dinner, that's what I drink, and that's what I review. I drink to have pleasure. I don't drink to make a video. And so sometimes what you'll see is I'll drink a wine and unfortunately we drank it all, so I can't make a video of it. That's what happened with one of my most famous videos, Ace of Spades, where people kind of said, well, why aren't you drinking the wine? Well, what happened is that we just enjoyed it all, and so I had to do it from memory instead. The other thing is sometimes people give me wines, and I think that's really neat too, because when friends give me wines, those are normally things that I don't buy myself. Sometimes they like something and they say, well, hey, try it. So it's always interesting. And likewise, I also do get some wines from different media sources. And how I do that, I want to have full disclosure. People offer things to me all the time, and what I try to do is do a little research on it. And if they're interesting wines to me and I think I've got, I'd like to taste it, then that's what I do. I always tell them, hey, no promises. If I don't like it, I'm not going to review it. But, if I do like it, I'll try to put a video together with it. So some people may be wondering, well, Trophy, you drink a lot of wines. You rarely ever trash a wine, or you really never have bad scores. Well, there's two reasons for that. One, I'm pretty choosy about what I drink. And that's not my thing. My thing is not to go out and trash wines or to purposely pick wines that I know I'm not going to enjoy, or terrible wines or plunk wines. That's not my thing. I mean, other people have that type of thing. My philosophy is if I'm going to drink a wine, of course, I want to do some research. I want to have the most chance that I'm going to enjoy it. So that's why you'll see high scores in my channel and most everything I like. So I really think, to me, that's how I run my channel. A lot of people want to trash things, and I try to be positive. Instead of saying what I don't like I don't like this wine, I try to focus on what wines I like. Or instead of saying I don't recommend this wine, I rather say I recommend this wine. And that type of subtleness to me is that's my style. I think a lot of viewers who have followed me over the 3-year period kind of understand those type of subtleties. People that just watch my video once, they'll say, well, they won't may not get it. But for a lot of viewers that subscribe over a long-term basis, I don't even have to say anything about. I don't even have to tell you the score. You can tell by my face. You can tell how I react. This is a special wine, and I think that subtleness is what I enjoy doing. I don't think it's really about the score. It's about how that wine makes you feel, and I really try to focus on the positives of things. And generally in life, that's what I would like to do. I would like to have positive experiences. Of course, there are things that go wrong and are negative, but we can always try to focus on the positive rather than focus on the negative. And that's why you'll see very few times I will trash a wine or say this is a terrible wine. Someone produced that wine. They might have had a certain budget, they might have a certain market, they might have certain marching orders. So I try to be understanding, because behind that wine is care. No matter what you think, even if it's a mass-produced wine, someone cared for it. There are people in the vineyard, there are workers, there are farmers, and to kind of make them the butt of a joke, to me, is quite disrespectful and not really something I want to be a part of. So likewise, I really want to thank all my viewers and subscribers. I get so many great comments. Even when I'm saying something that is wrong, they're so polite about it and so articulate. I've looked at some of the other YouTubers and some of the comments that, man, there's some mean people out there. But I'm really fortunate with my viewers and subscribers. Although I'm a small channel, I really enjoy the conversations. I would say almost every comment I enjoy. I enjoy the discussion, even if that comment is negative. They don't like what I'm saying. They think I'm pronouncing things incorrectly. It's always quite polite, and it's got a point to it. And sometimes it takes a while in the discussions to kind of figure out what they're getting at. But in general, I find the dialogue that I have between myself and my subscribers and viewers is very, very good in terms of intellectual, analytical, and they're really trying to carry on conversation, and really I'm trying to learn something, and likewise they're trying to learn something, or we're trying to learn each other's views. So I really appreciate that. I really enjoy that, and that really drives me in terms of the channel. Over the next couple of months, maybe 4 or 5 months, I have quite a extensive travel schedule, so be all around the place. It'd be interesting. I'll try and get some live videos, which might be interesting, at different shops, looking around at wine prices in different countries. My first stop will be in Hong Kong, and although Hong Kong has got a lot of viewers and subscribers, and hopefully I get out to drink with a few of you guys, just shoot me an email. Be patient with me. Hong Kong is a place where I do have some things to do when I go there, and so you know, it's a little different from when I travel to other places where I can actually see viewers and subscribers a little bit more. Likewise, I'll be making a visit or a stop to Doha in Qatar, but again, I'm not sure how much drinking goes on in that culture, but there'll be lots of I guess content from my other channels, Trophy Food Experiences and Trophy Travel Experiences. I talked enough on this this video. So the rest of this video is going to be for my BC subscribers, what's new, what's on sale in BC liquor stores. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking. Here are my recommendations. First one, I think I've recommended it before. This is the Cambria Vineyards 2021 Chardonnay from their Catherine's Vineyard. This is a really great winery from the Santa Maria Valley. It's very hard to find good, affordable Chardonnay from California. This is 90 Point Wine Spectator, and I reduced this much from $38.99 to $33.97. So under $40 California Chardonnay. Really nice, very balanced. I'm doing a review of this wine later on this month, so you'll catch that in a comparative tasting. Next wine is the 2019 Beaulieu Vineyards Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley. I really like this wine. It's an old school producer who still makes quality wines. This is a 92 point rated Wine Spectator wine. It's reduced this month from $50.99 to $43.99. It is a blend of 93% Cabernet Sauvignon, 5% Petit Syrah, 2% Cabernet Franc, aged 18 months in barrels, French, American, and European oak, 30% new, 14.7% alcohol. I really like that it's not too high, but always very good quality, affordable Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley. Next wine I've always loved as a value wine, although it's gone up in price quite a bit. I still remember it when it was around $10 to $13. Now it's up to $19.99, but it's on sale this month for $16.99. That's why I'm still recommending it. It's the Cusimano 2021 Nero d'Avola from Sicily. Nero d'Avola is not a well-known grape varietal from the Italy region, but I like it because it's very muscular, it's very tannic, it's got a lot of the dark fruit flavors, smokiness. I think it's a really consumer-friendly wine, and again, at $13 it was a steal. At $19 I don't like it as much, but this month's on sale at $16.99, so I would buy it up. This is another interesting wine from Stoneleigh. This is their 2022 Sauvignon Blanc from their Latitude label. It's reduced this month from $23.99 to $20.99. They also have a regular label that most people are familiar with. This, I would say, is almost like a reserve label or a premium Sauvignon Blanc. You always nice to have Sauvignon Blanc around because it's easy for people to accept. Everyone likes this crisp acidity of Sauvignon Blanc. These grapes are sourced from what they call the Golden Mile, which is a strip of land that's covered with ancient sandstone and I guess better sites. So again, would be called a premium label, but you don't really pay very much extra for this premium price, and you're getting it at a discount this month. Next one is the Marquis de Riscal 2019 Rioja Reserva. So Rioja is a region in Spain. This wine is made mostly from Tempranillo with a little bit of Graciano. Marquis de Riscal, one of the famous producers from the Rioja region. You're getting a wine with a Reserva that's aged 3 years, at least 12 months in oak and the rest in bottle. And really nice price for this, $32.99 reduced to $29.99, 89 points Wine Spectator, 92 points James Suckling. A really delicious example of Spanish Rioja wines. Next wine is a champagne. It's the Piper Heidsieck Cuvée Brut, reduced from $76.99 to $69.99. And we have to look forward. When you go into the Christmas season, New Year season, you might be looking for champagne. There's going to be no sales at that time. So right now might be a good time if you're going to buy champagne, if you like champagne, to buy it up at a discount. And I always like to have discounts on these type of champagnes. They're very proven. Piper Heidsieck, Moet, Veuve. These are house kind of styles, and so if you've drank them once and you liked it, you're gonna like it again. And so again, it's gonna be very consistent in terms of the quality and the taste. And so if you can get a discount and then save it up for New Year's or some celebrations, you're saving some money. And this last one, I want to highlight that each liquor store will have its own in-house or in-store specials, and these are marked by these kind of red and white tags, and so those are just for that store. Each store will have something, and they might have bought something on spec and have a couple of bottles left, so you can find these interesting things. This is kind of interesting. This is the Santa Rita 2020 Floresta Chardonnay, coming from a very cool climate Pacific region called Limari. It's aged in French barrels, 25% new, and it's going to be very creamy. It's kind of very cool and fresh, and it's going to have a little bit of minerality in it. So kind of an interesting wine that I don't see very often, and it's on sale this month. It's from $32.99 reduced to $28.37. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.